It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Imagine you're a teacher and one of the kids in your class is the kid of your childhood bully. Do you take it out on that kid or you take the high road? This is going on in one of our listeners' lives. We'll get to that in a couple of seconds. Let's get the podcast fired up.
We've got email.
All right, so this one was from Rita, and real quick, she just has a question. I've been dating this boyfriend for almost a year. After 6 months, I met his 10-year-old son. Out the gate, he was a little jerk, eye rolls, talking back, swearing. My boyfriend just kind of puts up with it because he wants to be the cool parent in the situation. Am I too early in this relationship to advise some type of switch of parenting? So basically saying, I know I've been only in his life for 6 months, essentially, if she's coming up on a year, does she have the weight to say, we got to get this kid in shape? I think as a person that cares about this man and essentially cares about this kid, don't you want him to be a better child, have a better future? You allow a kid to be raised as a jerk, you're going to raise an adult jerk. Don't you agree?
It's not your kid. Stay the hell out.
It could be your stepchild.
Yeah, when that's...
Stepchildren are your children.
When they become your stepchildren, then by all means, intervene. Otherwise, just stop. It's not your bobber.
I was thinking about it with Rita, and I was just thinking, you could really love this man and have a great connection, and this could be who you're supposed to be with. Should you let a child that's a jerk stand in your way? I think it would be okay to have that conversation with your boyfriend and say, you know, is he always like this? Like, why is this acceptable?
What's in the female DNA that just makes you want to see something and change it?
We're healers. That's why. And
this is ridiculous.
The world needs more.
Listen, that guy proposes and you guys get married, then by all means, parent the hell out of these children. Otherwise, stop. What are you doing?
Wouldn't you start now? Like, I wouldn't want to start after I get married. What if you get married and that still continues? Then you have a 12-year-old acting like that. Then he's 14 and it gets worse. Then he's 16 and 18 and still treating you that way. That's not right. And he may be looking at it like, you're not my mom.
There are no guys that do this. You would never, ever be able to flip the script and say, hey, we got an email from Brad who's like, hey, the girl I'm dating has an absolute bizzo for a 12-year-old little girl. Am I okay to start trying to change her? No, because it's just logic that you don't put your nose in where it's not needed.
Marie says maybe have a sit down with the mom. Ugh. I mean, your mind isn't and heart might be in the right place. Like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but when he comes over to the house, he's doing this, that, and the other. What if the mom's like, oh my God, we are not raising him like that? That makes me so mad.
So how would you handle this? Again, how old is she? She's 12? The little girl?
No, it's a little boy.
Oh, little boy. Sorry, little boy is
10.
10. How would you handle this, right? You're the girlfriend coming in. You got a dad. You got a 10-year-old kid. He's acting like a jerk. Is it your business at all when you're just dating this guy to start trying to parent this kid?
What are your thoughts? Just let us know.
Let's begin now.
All right, let's get this hump day thing cooking. Welcome in. It's Kat and JJ. How we living right now?
I am great. How are you today?
Good. You don't sound positive about that.
No, I had a very productive day yesterday, and today I'm going to tackle the garage, so I'm excited about that and surprise Derek when he gets home so he doesn't have to do anything. And then
is this
Liam
because of a garage
football.
sale? Are you still having one? You're just
I have
cleaning.
nothing to sell. I have nothing in my home that doesn't need to be there.
No camping gear you've stolen from neighbors that you want to sell or
That's
anything
online.
like that?
So no. But last night, so productive. Went and met with the ladies that we're going to Colorado with. And one of them went above and beyond and is more organized than me. Put together
Oh my God.
this amazing package of all of the fun excursions. Look at this. We're going to go ice skating. We're going to go our Twilight walk, snowshoe walk. We're going to take this.
None of this will happen.
We're going to take this snow. It's already booked. We're going to take this snow cat up for s'mores at the top of the mountain.
That's cool.
With, they have cocktails up there and other bites to eat. Oh my gosh. Look at this. There's like a music festival at the top of the mountain with Adirondack chairs. Are you
I thought you were going to say with Adderall. I was like, wow, that
With
sounds
Adderall
awesome, man.
for the kids.
Let me chop up a line.
So yeah, we're excited. We're gonna type out the itinerary, make it look cool, and
it gives me anxiety because it's too planned.
it's too planned.
Yep, everything's too planned.
But there's like a block of 5 hours that you could do whatever you want every single day. So we're gonna ski the whole first day, and then the other 2.5 days. I mean, the world
now you
is
gotta
our
stay healthy.
oyster. Yeah.
You got to stay off the no-fly list.
Yeah.
You got to...
That'll be a tough one. Okay, look at your phone. I want you to tell me which one you would choose, okay? We are going to invest in really nice bleacher seats that hook under the bleachers for future football games,
You're such a lame dork.
for basketball games. Which one would you choose?
Neither. I would...
What do you mean?
My friends would run me out of the stadium if I
you
came
had a cushion seat,
to a heated stadium seat. What is your friggin' problem?
they'd run you out of town because they're jealous, okay? And a bunch of other parents are getting some too. And so I want to get
What a cake eater you are.
these awesome heated bleacher seats.
Hold on. These bleachers are indoors because your son plays basketball,
No, they'll
right?
be, well, you don't have to turn the heater on. The
Then why
heater
get
is
it?
optional.
Then why not get a cheaper one that
Because
doesn't
one
have
day
to-
we'll be watching a cold football game, and I want my butt to be warm. But
Why would you be sitting anyways?
Derek wants, and I put these on my Snapchat, Poo Bag Diva, all one word. I want the one with the USB port, the cup holder. Look at that spot for popcorn. That is so cool. And then on the other side, you can keep another treat if you have to, maybe a phone. He wants the bare minimum because he thinks that we're going to get made fun of with the one with the armrest. But look, it even has back heat. The other one does not. It's just butt heat on the other one.
Jesus.
Listen, I call it an investment in my comfort so I can enjoy it. There's no worse feeling than to stand up from a metal cold bleacher to cheer, and then you sit down and then it's cold again, or your butt fell asleep. You're telling me that Trisha, if given one of these, wouldn't bring it to a game?
She'd get laughed. Oh, no. Not the crew.
Forget about other people. And who are you? You always preach, don't care about what other people think. And here you are saying those
This is
people
just
would run us
ridiculous.
out
This
of
is
town.
ridiculous. Why don't you just sit on the bleachers they give you?
I'm going to text her because I think
That's fine.
I think you speak for her too much. And
My wife, no.
if she wants one,
My wife's, she's hardcore. She'll sit in the bleachers with me all the time.
Because she
always
doesn't
sit in the
have
bleachers.
one of these.
So we have several of those kind of chairs, not heated with USB cords and pouches. But we have several of those. You know what we do? We sit in the bleachers like normal human beings.
I'm not saying I wouldn't sit in the bleachers.
You just said
Everyone's getting these. So that wasn't even my question. My question for you is which one is dorkier? The one with
They're
the
both.
armrest
They're both
and the
full of
USB
dork.
port or the... Okay.
They both hold plenty of dork.
Okay. Then migrate to my Snapchat and please weigh in because these things are so cool and it's a flash sale. So I need to decide today. Very good deal.
Everything about this is just lame. It's so lame.
It's not.
It's so
This is
lame.
my life. These are the decisions I am forced to make
You know what
every day.
You are one step away
From what?
from the parent that gets the heated jacket because it's too cold. in
Everyone
the ice.
has those too.
Get the hell
they got 'em
out
from
of here.
They got them from Fleet Farm, and you push it, and they got the waves that turn on. Their body is warm. They're happy to be there. Everyone I know has those.
And this is why I can't work with you anymore.
Waking up in the Playhouse.
That's why
I mean, that's the straw.
we got the nail in the coffin here.
that's-
Okay.
Jesus, you guys. I've been in hockey rinks for the last 15 years.
That's your problem.
And I've never even thought about purchasing one of these things. You spoiled
Keep
human.
What do you want to call me?
Yo, let's get a jump on Wednesday morning with a shot at $3,000. Who's playing for all that money? It's McKaylin, everybody.
What's up, girl? What are you up to this morning? It's early.
Just got off of work.
Oh, okay.
Third shifter, what do you do?
I work at a gas station.
All right.
So how do you power down? I used to work overnights, like midnight to 5, and then I'd get home and watch some TV. What's your routine?
Well, I get home, get the kids ready, and bring them to the school bus, get back home, and then I watch TV until I get tired.
God, you're a superhero.
At the gas station you work at, are there several people that just walk
my
in,
God.
take stuff for free, and then scream, "Hi, my name is Kat," on the way out the door and expect it to be free?
It does not go like that.
Their name's not Cat, but you know it.
What do you mean?
Like people steal all the time, is what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's constant, sad.
You just see anybody
I'm not
walk.
a thief. You paint me as a thief.
If you walk into a place and take something and then just yell your name on the way out because you're such a giant celebrity,
it's
that's
given
still,
to me at the
still-
register.
It's still stealing, isn't it,
She's
Michaela?
important.
I'm
Stop.
important. I need my caffeine.
You guys
Is it-
feed this beast. This is your fault now. So,
I love it.
Michaela, a shot at $3,000. Have you heard our coulda, shoulda, woulda game before?
Yes.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. Your first choice is to decide who's going to give you the best chance at winning, Kat or myself. So before we get to our 5 words, who do you want to play with?
Oh, I will go you.
Okay, fair enough.
good.
I'll excuse myself, and Kat will walk you through the process here. Hopefully, when I come back, I can get you $3,000. So good luck.
I have good words for you
Thank you.
today, Michaela.
Hey, Lynn.
Michaelin. Here we go. We're going to wait for him to get to the top of the stairs here. Sorry, it's early. All right. I am going to start your timer in 3, 2, 1. And your first word that pops into your mind when you hear the word granola.
Bar.
Okay. Large.
Small.
That's what I would have said. I'm an opposite girl. Next one is lion.
Cat.
Cat.
Yes.
Okay. Margarine.
Butter.
Yep, I would have said that. And then reports.
Card.
That's what I would have said. I think you picked the wrong person, but we'll see. Here he comes.
Oh, man.
No, I hope you guys match up. That would be a nice little way to go off to Sleepy Town with $3,000 in your account.
What'd she do?
I think she did really well.
Nice.
There's one that might not match up.
Yeah, I already know that one.
I know, and I know you should have said something else.
All right.
He's going to say it.
For
I
$3
know it.
grand, $3,000, then let's go.
Let's start with the first one. Granola.
Bar.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Oh.
that's right. No, it's right. Yeah. Scared
next
myself for there for a
one.
second.
Margarine.
First word that comes to my mind is butter.
Got it.
Yeah, McKaylin. Come on now. Come on now.
Next one is report.
Report card.
Got it.
Yeah. Let's go.
See, the best part-
Go.
The best part of me being the person with the words, I have logical words to match with. Okay, so the next one is large.
This is the one.
Nope, this is not the one. Large.
Big.
Oh, okay.
No.
No. This one, I think he's going to
Wait,
say.
what did she say for
He said
large?
small.
Ah.
Lion is the last one. Lion.
I would have said den.
Lion den?
Yeah.
She said cat.
No, I never thought
I
that.
thought she would have said king.
Not completely
Lion king.
large. Yeah. So go back to the other one. What was it? Large, and she said what?
Small. Like
Small.
me. I'm an opposite gal.
Mm.
So. All right. Well, off to a great start like normal.
Hey,
and then he
3
just
for
craps
5
the
is
bed.
good. 3 for 5 is good, McKaylin.
Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? Everybody!
OPP, other people's problems. And Kevin's got one that we know just a little bit about. I'm glad you could join us this morning. You're a teacher, correct?
Yeah, this is my 4th year, and I love my job, but I've recently found out that one of my students, his dad was my childhood bully. You know, he made my life a living hell.
Oh, man.
Oh, how are you handling this
Yeah.
then?
It's a child, though.
Yeah, it is a child, but every time I see him, I see his dad. You
Yeah.
know, it's like he put me through a lot, and I don't know, maybe, okay, yeah, I'll play dodgeball. Let's see, I'll play dodgeball to get my frustration back.
You can't have that attitude. It's a child. And what if this guy is now a nice guy? Maybe he hurt people. Maybe he was doing that to you back in the day because he was hurt.
Yeah, he might have. I don't know his situation with his family, but I'll say this: I hope he has changed, but I don't know. I'm still, keeping distance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still watch out.
So I feel that I'm going to put you on hold for a second because I'm interested to see what people think. Listen, my first reaction here, I had a childhood bully who was 3 years older than me, and this kid was rotten. He was awful.
No.
He was a really, really bad soul.
Is he the one that did that to your glasses?
Yeah. He broke my glasses. He took my birthday presents and threw them in the sewer.
Oh, my gosh.
Stuff like this. This guy, and listen, I know it sounds cold, but I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I'm a firm believer that karma will get these jackasses, and I'm sorry for his family, but when I heard he OD'd, I felt bad for his family, but I'm like, you lived a bad life. You were a bad human being.
Do you
Now,
truly think karma comes back around?
absolutely.
Oh,
Listen,
okay.
if you are living that kind of life, karma will get you. I am an absolute straight up believer that if you're a rotten person, you have got rotten days ahead of you because you've put people through some stuff that they probably didn't deserve.
But it is not healthy. You should forgive everyone because you're not forgiving them for them. You're forgiving them for yourself because it is preventing you from moving on. He still is up here every
moved
now
on.
and then.
I moved on.
You
Yeah.
tell that story often.
Yeah, it's only when we talk about it on the radio.
And you get a little emotional about it.
I get angry. I get angry because
That's
this
an
guy
emotion.
was, he was, but whatever. I mean, I forgave him. I just wasn't sad when karma caught up to him.
But Kevin, you're a grown man. You have a grown-up job.
You have a
Yes.
responsibility.
You have a responsibility to treat all these children.
I agree with that.
Well.
But if that kid is borderline, how many teachers look at a kid who's at 79% and you go, you know what? You gave a pretty good effort. I'm going to make sure you get a B instead of a C. I'm for sure not giving that kid a B.
It's a kid. You
well-
cannot take it out on this child because his dad
He's not
was
taking
a
it
knob
out. He's
in
just not
school.
giving him any extra.
What if this dad has completely changed? What if he's a great
Then
guy,
he should
married an awesome woman, they have a great kid?
Then I say, Kevin, when he circles back around and he looks you in the face like a real man and says, hey, I am really, truly sorry for the horrible childhood I ended up making for you, then I'd shake his hand and I'd said, we're good, and we're going to move on.
So he
and then
needs
I would
to repent
Then
to
I would
Kevin.
give that kid an F, and now you have the advantage.
Do not listen to him, Kevin. Do we have better advice from listeners?
What
out
would you
there?
do, Miss Perfect?
I just said what I would do.
Oh, you would just treat that kid like gold?
I would look at an innocent child, yes. And if he is not acting like his father and he's a good kid, just because he looks like his dad that made your life hell when you were younger does not mean that he is like that.
You ever heard the statement, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree?
Yeah.
There it is.
How often is that true?
A lot. Almost every friggin' time.
That is not true.
Then where's the statement still around?
I would say it's 50% true.
So this is a 50% horrible kid.
No. Zach, horrible. Get your revenge at parent-teacher conferences, he says. And what would revenge look like? You have to be a professional. You are a teacher. You are a guider of the youth.
I'm telling you, there are a billion gym teachers that just see a lazy kid and go, all right, fine, I'm going to give you a C.
Melissa agrees with JJ. Karma is a biatch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it'll come back around.
Got
and
a lot
maybe-
of salty people out
And
there.
you might be part of that karma, Kevin. You might not recognize the way God's working through you right now.
Now you're bringing the Lord into it.
The Lord can be vengeful. It's in the
Okay.
Bible. Talked with Kevin a couple of seconds ago. He's a teacher.
Recently found out that one of my students, his dad was my childhood bully. You know, he made my life a living hell.
And he's like, what do I do here?
Yeah. We have Jill on the fence. JJ's right about the apple does not fall too far from the tree. Kat is right, though, that you have to give the kid a chance. Everybody is an individual. What if he's like, I don't want to be like my dad? And even at a young age, he's like, I don't want to be like that. Melissa says, kill him with kindness. He'll have nothing but great things to tell his dad, which will either drive him nuts or make him feel really bad. And then Lissa says, best revenge is no revenge.
That's lazy.
Wow.
Just doing nothing is lazy. Stop that.
But then do you really want to be in this kid's eyes one of his worst teachers.
You don't have to
who
be
he
a
talks
worst
about
teacher.
when he's older. Like, I participated. I had a great attitude. I was friendly, but just because my face looks like my dad's, I was treated differently. That is not right.
How do you know he's not part of the karma plan? How do you know, Kevin, that the good Lord didn't put you in this place to make sure that it just came around a little bit?
Do you know that Ed Gein's kids are just like him?
I don't think he had any kids.
Yes, he did. He had a wife and kids. Didn't
He
he
ate them all.
He did not eat any of his kids.
How do you know that?
Because I watched the doc
You got-
anyway. I don't know.
Ed Gein is where your head went with all of this?
Yes, because that's like the worst of the worst. That's what you're saying. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. This kid's going to be a bully like his dad. Were Ed Gein's kids people eaters?
Likely. I don't know them, but I'm guessing they're eating somebody
I'm
right
guessing,
now.
yes, all right.
If I had to guess.
Your logic.
Your thoughts, keep them coming, guys. How many kids did Ed Gein have?
That is a Google search.
And then, did he give them great names? What if one of them's named Cat? What if one of them was named Cat?
How do you spell Gein?
I think it's Guein.
Two sons.
Two sons.
So there you go.
They have good names?
I don't know.
Well, it's not popping up on the search.
No. I got to dive into it.
Spend more
and I'm
time
not going
on-
to have that in my Google search again.
Too late. That next to Mr. Rogers naked is not looking good for you. This is great. Kaylee said, I was in the same situation as Kevin, but with daycare. The mom of the kids tortured me from 7th to 12th grade, and I absolutely treated her children with love and kindness.
Look at you, Kaylee.
Kaylee,
Good
you know
for
what?
you.
Stop being better than us. It's not a great flex. I don't appreciate it. When did you realize that you were a basic B, Kat? Do you remember the day? Do you remember the moment? Do you remember the action you took that made you as basic as you thought you'd probably end up being?
No, it's been a long journey. It's a lot of little things that add up to me all encompassing that role.
We
and
come from a strong line of really, really basic white chicks.
PSL lovers, shoppers of Abercrombie and Fitch. Absolutely. My mom's a huge lover of J. Crew. So we're a basic B DNA line, but I'm okay with that. It's like I can openly admit that I'm not one that stands out for phenomenal talents. I just kind of skate by, and I'm good with that.
If we had to put together a giant list of the one thing that solidifies you in the basic B world, your top thing would be?
Probably Starbucks, and how much I talk about wanting to save money. And
It is counterproductive, isn't it?
Going there, if I were to go through my U.S. Bank receipts right now, it'd be alarming.
So here's some of the responses people are giving already. When I asked them, what makes you a basic B? Brandy said, I knew it was basic when I became a mom and my wardrobe instantly shifted to only black leggings, oversized shirts, and white sneakers.
Yep.
Basic. Marcy says, I realized I was basic when I went to a restaurant and asked them if they could make something that wasn't on the menu.
That is called a Jen Clark.
That's a next level basic route.
It's like she does not sit next to the kitchen. No. She does this with her hands. Are you kidding me?
Angie says, good morning, guys. I knew I was basic when I'd prefer to stay at home and watch TV rather than go out with my friends.
Okay, so this weekend we had Cider Fest, and these three girls freak out when this one girl comes through the fence. And I said, is she a celebrity or what's going on? They said, no, she's the friend that never comes out, that just wants to lay around her house and watch movies and hang with her family.
That
And
was a big enough draw there that got it out. Got her out.
well, she came up and I said, so you're here. You made it. She goes, I was actually going to call in sick. She goes, I just wanted to stay at home. I don't have my kids today. And I'm like, I feel you, girl.
Mary
ya.
said, I found out I was basic when my husband commented that I have just as much fall decor as Christmas decor.
Okay.
Are you in that route?
No, I am in desperate need of switching stuff up. I've had the same stuff for 10 years, so I'm going to get some new Christmas stuff this year.
Lee, good morning, guys. Obviously basic because I like iced coffee over hot coffee.
Yes, that would be me. Iced coffee, 40 below, still iced coffee.
And I love the white girl music you guys play. That makes me basic. Thank you. I appreciate it, Lee. Nancy says, I've actually grown my own pumpkin patch in the backyard. Obviously basic.
Yep.
And this one, I don't know. I'm on the fence with. Sabri says, I knew I was basic when I got my septum pierced.
Well, that's not basic.
basic
That's out of
move
the. No, that's you're different. You probably hate your dad.
Expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
want to
that's
have
not a
ki-
basic
Don't
need.
want to have kids. They're just going to drag me
I'm
down.
rowing against the current.
2 nights this week, I have had erotic to semi-erotic dreams about Lizzo.
About Lizzo.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about her. I said Derek last week had I did some awesome stuff, I guess. So good for me.
Well, a guy can dream. But have you ever had a really, really naughty dream about a celebrity that in real life, when you wake up, you're like, I have zero attraction to? Like, I don't mind. Lizzo's
What did
a
she
great,
do to you?
She's a great artist. And you know what I think? It's because, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've only seen this movie once, but what's the one where Jennifer Lopez is the stripper?
Yeah.
What is that? Is it Hustlers?
Hustlers,
Is that what it's
yep.
called? And Lizzo is a stripper, and she wears this like fishnet see-through thing in the dressing room, right? Is that where I'm getting that from? But that's not in the dream. It's listen. The first dream was I met Lizzo at a Minnesota Vikings game, and then it got hot and heavy in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the second one, I don't know where it was, but it was Lizzo again.
Is it because she dominated? Like she's a very dominating character.
I don't think so.
Personality.
It was just, and I don't, obviously you don't remember everything from your dreams, but I remember waking up and going, I just want to listen to Lizzo on the way to work. But it was weird. And it's like, I don't think she's unattractive, but she's not my type. Like in real life, I would be like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. You're really talented. Congratulations on your success. And off I would go.
Yeah.
But have you ever had like a romantic dream about somebody you just don't have any like preference towards?
Yeah, I'm not physically attracted to this man. I bet it was because it was the last thing I watched before I went to bed. But now Derek will remind me every time it's on. But Ice-T, been to Tuola. I was watching Law and Order SVU, and it must have been a case where he was pretty active with the storyline.
Strong, confident guy.
He is, but I would never choose him.
What would you call him in bed? Would you call him his real name, or would you call him
Probably
Ice-T?
call him Finn.
Finn. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to spice it up.
I just wanted to know, and listen, I won't share your name, and I won't air any of these, but I was just wondering if anyone else has had like a romantic dream about somebody in real life that if you met them, you'd be completely unattracted to them.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden in your dreams, like they were it.
I had a dream about John Hamm once too, and I'm not physically attracted to him.
He's
He
a
seems
good
like
looking dude, right?
He's kind of got that vibe to me, like a bad conversation. So I wouldn't choose him to be with.
Something's making you dream about him, though.
Something.
And I started digging deeper into my own psyche, which is super dangerous. But I was like, what's with Lizzo? Like, she hasn't had a hit song in years.
I mean, don't write it off.
You never
write
see
it
her
off.
in the paparazzi or anything like that. I mean, she would obviously be into a guy like me, but I'm like, that's just not my flavor.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo what bingo? Bingo!
All right, phones are on hold. You can't get through yet. You got to find out what we're looking for this morning, and only the first person through gets to tell you a really cool story. So what are you looking for this morning, Kat?
All right. Anyone listening who, for my bingo, had kids that gave you kind of a hard time getting back out there and dating? The Golden Bachelorette. This is going to be the first one. First, we had the Golden Bachelor. Her name is Joan. And she's talking about how she doesn't want to have any regrets from this upcoming season. Her kids kind of laid down the law, though.
My kids were so worried about me kissing men on TV, and I pretended that I wasn't going to do it, but I do. Like, you have to kiss. It's part of the
Kissing's
part of the
fun.
journey.
Like, who cares?
You have-
Kissing's fun. You should kiss like there's no tomorrow.
But they're like, you're old. You shouldn't be kissing on TV. It's gross.
First of all,
Mom.
you're
And I'm
not
like, okay,
old.
but-
How old is she?
She's gorgeous. Got to be in her 50s. But her kids are in their 20s. She has grandkids. But I want to know, you got a little kickback from the kids when it came time to start focusing on you and your love life.
I'm looking for anyone listening that is converted as far as religion goes. My daughter was telling me about one of the girls that lives in the same kind of housing unit in college with her. And this girl is going to convert.
Okay.
She was raised Roman Catholic, and she is converting to Judaism.
For a boy.
For a boy.
Okay.
Now-
that is a lot of commitment. So I hope that he realizes how much effort she's putting into that.
Yeah, his family says this is never going to go anywhere with this girl unless she becomes Jewish, and so she's going to. And I was like, well, it's listen, most faith-based religions revolve around a couple of things. And it's just the kind of the details where you get a little bit different. So I just want to know if there's anyone listening who has converted religions. Kat's looking for anyone this morning listening who
had a lot of grief given to them by their kids when you wanted to start dating and, working on your own love life. And they were like not letting it happen.
Caitlin, which one do you fit?
I picked Kat.
All right. So you got a lot of static from somebody because you got back out there and started dating again, huh?
So it's more the opposite. I was the hard teenager giving my mom the grief for it.
Ooh.
Okay. And looking back now, do you have kids now? Like you realize kind of the position
Yeah, I
she's
do
in?
have kids.
Okay.
And I'm actually kind of glad I gave her grief, and she thinks the same. Like, my mom had 2 boyfriends in, like, a span of, like, a 5-year period that I absolutely could not stand. And, like...
Why? What was so wrong with these guys that you couldn't let mom be happy?
As a teenager, I don't know what it was, but the vibe was like they just weren't the guy for her.
Yeah.
And now she's married to my stepdad, and I absolutely adore my stepdad.
Yeah, and you had to listen to this is your mom. You love her more than anything, and you had to trust your gut. I have a very good instinct, too, when it comes to people and their personalities and the impact they could have on your life, and... I'm glad that she looks back now and is grateful for that.
Caitlin, who do you think is a bigger Budinsky, Kat or you?
Oh, for sure me. I'm not even going to lie to you.
She's proud of it.
But that's
Badge of
probably why
honor.
Kat and I would get along.
Yeah.
But mom is happy now, and that was all thanks to you, huh?
Well, and she never got married, like, when I was a child. So, like, that was a big thing. It was just her and I. So coming from, like, a single mom household, I was like, yeah, no, this man is not for you. This man is not for you.
Yeah.
And then she met my stepdad, and then he was like, yeah, I love your mom. Like, I want to marry her. And then they got married, like, and they've been together for, like, 8 years now.
That's nice.
It's good to hear it end up like that. You know what I mean? Like, mom's happy, you're happy, everybody's happy.
Most of my friends' parents, they were all married, stayed married, but we had one friend and her parents split up, and her mom started dating this guy named Dave. And he always showed his chest hair and he had like jewelry on and stuff. And he was really, really creepy. And a lot of us would be like, are you okay? Like, do you like that he stays over there? She's like, I hate him. And so that's a tricky road.
His nickname was Diddy. And
Diddy
now
Dave.
we're starting to see how this is all coming together. Thank you, Caitlin. Have a great morning.